Hidden in plain sight and carried in millions of pockets, some Washington quarters are anything but ordinary. We're about to uncover the rarest gems among them, coins that have stunned collectors and skyrocketed in value over time. Welcome to our channel, where we explore the fascinating world of rare coins and the incredible stories behind them. In 2021, the United States Mint released a coin that captured one of the most iconic moments in American history, George Washington's daring crossing of the Delaware River during the American Revolution. This historic moment, which marked a turning point in the war, has been immortalized on the 2021 Crossing the Delaware coin. More than just a beautiful piece of currency, the coin serves as a tribute to Washington's leadership, bravery, and the enduring spirit of the American Revolution. The coin's release generated a lot of excitement, especially among coin collectors and history enthusiasts. The design was inspired by the famous painting Washington Crossing the Delaware by Emanuel Leutze, and instantly resonated with anyone familiar with this pivotal moment in American history. When you look at this coin, you're not just seeing a commemorative piece of currency, you're holding a tangible link to a moment that helped shape the future of a nation. What truly makes this coin stand out, however, is the craftsmanship behind it. Made from .999 fine silver, the 2021 Crossing the Delaware coin features an image of Washington, standing tall in the bow of a boat, guiding his men across the icy Delaware River on that cold December night. His figure is lit by the faint light of dawn, capturing the bravery and resolve of a man who would go on to lead a young nation to victory. The atmosphere of the scene is breathtaking, with the frigid waters and heavy snow seeming to echo the immense challenges Washington's army faced. On the reverse side, you'll find the American eagle, a timeless symbol of freedom, strength, and courage, which is featured on many U.S. coins and continues to embody the ideals that Washington and his troops fought for. But let's dive deeper into what makes this coin even more remarkable: its value. While it's easy to think of a coin as just a piece of currency, in the world of numismatics, coins can become much more than that. They can be prized artifacts, symbols of a nation's history, and valuable investments. The 2021 Crossing the Delaware coin is one such investment. With a limited mintage, its rarity has made it incredibly desirable among collectors. As of today, the coin has reached an impressive value, with some individual pieces fetching as high as $14,000. What accounts for this value? Several factors come into play. First and foremost is the historical significance of the event it commemorates. Washington's crossing of the Delaware River was a moment of incredible strategic importance during the American Revolution. It marked a shift in momentum, lifting the spirits of the Continental Army and turning the tide of the war. The bravery shown that night reverberated across generations and continues to inspire Americans today. Second, there's the artistry behind the coin itself. The design is not only visually stunning but also incredibly meaningful. It connects directly to a moment in history that changed the course of the nation. The striking depiction of Washington as he leads his men through the frozen river captures the essence of leadership and determination. And finally, there's the rarity of the coin. Only a limited number were minted, which naturally makes them much more sought after by collectors and investors alike. The combination of these factors, the history, the design, and the rarity, has driven demand for the coin. And as demand increases, so does its value. Many collectors see this coin as a rare opportunity to own a piece of American history, and that demand has helped propel its value to where it stands today. For those lucky enough to own one, the 2021 Crossing the Delaware coin isn't just a collectible, it's a significant investment that has the potential to appreciate even further over time. It's also worth noting that the appeal of this coin goes beyond just the investment side. For many, this coin represents a personal connection to the ideals that Washington and his army fought for: freedom, resilience, and hope. It's a piece of art that celebrates the courage to take bold action, even when the odds seem insurmountable. Whether you're a history lover, a collector, or someone who simply appreciates fine craftsmanship, the 2021 Crossing the Delaware coin offers something truly special. But what does this mean for those who are just starting out in the world of coin collecting or are thinking about investing in this particular coin? Well, like any rare collectible, the value of the 2021 Crossing the Delaware coin is likely to continue rising. With its beautiful design, historical significance, and limited availability, it's a coin that is highly unlikely to lose its appeal among collectors and investors. If you're looking to add it to your collection, now might be the time to act before its value increases even more. Given the growing interest in these types of coins, it's possible that its price could reach even higher figures in the future, making it a solid investment for those who get in early. The next time you take a closer look at a coin, remember that behind every piece of currency, there's a story waiting to be told. And in the case of the 2021 Crossing the Delaware coin, it's a story of courage, resilience, and the unbreakable spirit of a nation fighting for its freedom. So, if you've been considering adding this coin to your collection, don't wait, because owning a piece of American history like this one is a rare opportunity that might never come again. Next rare quarter that has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike is the 1993 USA $quarter D coin. At first glance, it may appear to be just another regular US quarter, but this seemingly ordinary coin hides a fascinating story and an incredible value that has made it one of the most sought-after coins in the world. To truly understand why the 1993 D $quarter is so valuable, we need to take a closer look at its origin and the circumstances that turned it into a rare collectible. The U.S. Mint has been producing the Washington quarter for decades, but the 1993 version is far from typical. Most of these coins were struck perfectly, but there was a small batch that had a notable flaw, a mistake that would ultimately make these quarters extremely valuable to collectors. This error, known as a die misalignment, happened during the minting process at the Denver Mint, where the 1993 D quarters were produced. This misalignment in the dies used to strike the coins caused a slight design anomaly, one that was subtle enough that most people didn't notice it at first. But for those with a keen eye for detail, it was clear that this error made the 1993 D quarter a rare find. Some coins were struck with a faint or double impression, while others showed a misalignment that shifted the design off-center. To the average person, these might just seem like minor flaws, but to a numismatist, they were the key to discovering a valuable mistake. The 1993 D quarter's design is based on the iconic image of George Washington, which has graced the U.S. quarter since 1932. The portrait of Washington on the obverse side of the coin, created by artist John Flanagan, is instantly recognizable, with the words, "Liberty, in God we trust," and the year of minting, 1993, around the image. Beneath Washington's image, the mint mark, D, indicates that the coin was produced at the Denver Mint. On the reverse side, we see the eagle in flight, symbolizing the United States' strength and freedom, accompanied by the words, United States of America, e pluribus unum, and, $quarter. So, what made the 1993 D $quarter stand out? The error that occurred during its minting was minor enough to go unnoticed by most, but this misalignment became a valuable flaw. The off-center designs and double impressions meant that these coins weren't the same as the thousands of other quarters that were struck in perfect condition that year. It's the rarity of these misaligned coins that has driven up their value. As the years passed, collectors began to notice this anomaly and word spread. The 1993 D quarter, once seen as an ordinary piece of currency, was now on the radar of serious coin collectors. With only a limited number of misaligned quarters in circulation, the rarity of the coin became undeniable. This rarity, combined with the coin's historical connection to George Washington, made it a highly sought-after item. As demand for these error coins grew, so did their value. At the heart of the 1993 D $quarter appeal is its story. Most coins are produced to perfection, with each minting identical to the last. But the 1993 D quarter represents something different. It's a reminder that even in the world of meticulously crafted currency, mistakes can occur, and sometimes those mistakes turn out to be incredibly valuable. The coin's value continues to rise as more collectors seek to add it to their collections. Today, some of the best preserved examples of the 1993 D $quarter with prominent die errors have been sold for astounding prices. The most valuable specimens, those with striking errors, such as double or off-center strikes, have sold for as much as $104,000. This significant increase in value over the years is a testament to the coin's rarity and the growing demand for error coins in the numismatic world. Why has the 1993 D $quarter become such a valuable collector's item? There are a few key reasons. First, its rarity is the primary factor. There were only a small number of these misaligned coins produced, making them difficult to find. Second, the historical significance of the coin, featuring the portrait of the first President of the United States, George Washington, adds to its allure. Washington's image is one of the most iconic symbols of American currency, and a coin with his likeness is always highly prized. Finally, there's the error itself, a minor flaw that turned the coin into a rare anomaly, a treasure for collectors who appreciate the uniqueness of misstruck coins. For those who managed to hold on to one of these error coins, the payoff has been immense. The 1993 D quarter dollar was once just another coin in circulation, but now it is a coveted collectible. While some quarters with minor flaws may still be worth a few dollars, coins with significant die errors can fetch tens of thousands of dollars at auction. The value of this coin is a reminder of the potential of rare collectibles to appreciate dramatically over time. Collectors who are just starting to build their collections or those looking to invest in rare coins may find the 1993 D quarter dollar to be an appealing option. While the price of these coins has already reached impressive heights, it's possible that their value could continue to rise as demand increases and the number of available coins decreases. As with any rare collectible, timing can be crucial, and getting in early on a coin like this could prove to be a wise investment in the long run. In the world of numismatics, the 1993 D quarter dollar stands as a perfect example of how a small mistake can lead to tremendous value. It's a coin that most people would overlook in their change, yet for the right collector, it represents an extraordinary opportunity to own a piece of U.S. history. The 1993 D quarter's journey from a forgotten piece of everyday currency to a $104,000 collectible is a testament to the unexpected nature of the world of coin collecting. Next up in today's lineup of remarkable and high-value coins is one that many overlook, yet it holds an astonishing secret. Our third feature of the day is the 1989 USA quarter dollar with the Denver Mint mark. At first glance, it's just another coin you might have casually spent on a snack or dropped into a parking meter decades ago. But this isn't just a regular quarter, it's one of those quiet mysteries in American coinage that has slowly risen in prestige and value over the years, surprising even seasoned collectors with its unexpected journey. Unlike commemorative or specially minted quarters that were created to stand out, this coin was never meant to be rare. It was part of the everyday circulation, mass-produced to meet the needs of commerce in the late 1980s. It didn't arrive with fanfare, and it didn't make headlines when it first appeared. Yet, decades later, it has become one of the most intriguing finds for collectors. What makes it special isn't obvious at first, and that's exactly what gives this coin its allure. The 1989 D quarter gained its reputation because of a select few specimens that possess minting anomalies, subtle, easily missed by the untrained eye, but incredibly significant in the world of numismatics. These include issues like misaligned dies, off-center strikes, weak strikes, and even rare planchet flaws. Some feature doubling on the lettering or dates, and in certain examples, you might spot imperfections along the coin's rim or a slight blur in the detailing, indicators of mint error that turn a common coin into a sought-after rarity. These flaws weren't intentional. They slipped through during high-speed production at the Denver Mint, unnoticed by quality control, quietly entering circulation and becoming part of everyday transactions. But that's what makes their story fascinating. These coins weren't meant to be collected. They were meant to be spent, used, and forgotten. And yet, a few of them survived, tucked away, perhaps unintentionally, by people who held on to them simply because they looked a little different, or because they never made it back into circulation. It wasn't until years later that numismatists began identifying and cataloging these unique versions of the 1989 D quarter. As more examples surfaced and were authenticated by grading services, the coin began to take on a new identity. No longer dismissed as just another quarter from the late 80s, it started appearing in coin shows, online forums, and auction catalogs, its quiet rarity speaking louder with each new discovery. What makes this particular quarter stand out isn't just the rarity of its flaws, but the circumstances that created it. In 1989, the Denver Mint was operating at full capacity. Millions of quarters were being struck at incredible speed, and as with any large-scale production, the occasional mistake was inevitable. What's remarkable is how few of these flawed coins survived in pristine condition. Most coins with errors are quickly pulled, worn down, or lost entirely. Finding one today in mint state, unworn, crisp, and sharp, is incredibly difficult, which is why collectors are willing to go to such lengths to acquire them. The condition of these coins is just as important as the error itself. A 1989 D quarter with an error is interesting, but when that same coin is found in near-perfect condition, its value skyrockets. Coins that have been professionally graded and given high marks, such as MS 67 or above, are extraordinarily rare. These top-tier examples are where the real value lies, combining minting errors with exceptional preservation, and it's not just about rarity or market value. For collectors, these coins offer a deeper kind of satisfaction. They're puzzle pieces in the vast tapestry of American coinage, proof that even the most routine production runs can yield something unexpectedly special. They show that not all treasures come with bright colors or commemorative emblems. Some look completely ordinary. Until they don't, this quiet rarity has created a unique type of excitement around the 1989 D quarter. Collectors are drawn not only to the coin itself but to the story it tells. A story of oversight and survival, of how a production flaw transformed an everyday object into a hidden prize. As awareness spreads and more eyes are trained on these quarters, the likelihood of finding one in the wild shrinks dramatically, which only increases their desirability, and that brings us to today. After decades of obscurity, the most remarkable specimens of the 1989 D quarter, those with confirmed mint errors and top grading, have stunned collectors and auction houses alike with their performance on the market. Their prices have soared to astonishing levels, reaching as high as $113,000 for exceptional examples. This staggering figure reflects not only their rarity but the intense demand from collectors eager to add one to their collections. It's a reminder that the most valuable items often don't announce themselves with shine or flair. Sometimes, they blend in, waiting to be noticed. The 1989 D quarter teaches us to look closer, to question the ordinary, and to recognize that even the smallest missteps in a minting press can lead to something unforgettable. So, if you ever come across a 1989 quarter with a D mark, don't brush it off too quickly. Take a moment. Examine the details. Look at the strike, the lettering, the alignment. What might seem like a flaw could be the very feature that transforms it from spare change into an exceptional piece of American history, one that has quietly earned its place among the most valuable quarters in existence. Now we are moving to our top 1 rare and most expensive quarter in today's video, a coin that has stunned the numismatic world and turned heads among collectors and casual enthusiasts alike. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why this unassuming coin from the 1980s is no longer just another piece of pocket change. It's a true legend in the making. This coin is the 1984 USA quarter dollar with the P mint mark, minted at the Philadelphia Mint. It might not have a flashy design or a commemorative emblem, but it holds something far more powerful, a story of rarity, error, and unexpected value that's been building quietly for decades. When it was first released, this quarter was just one of hundreds of millions minted that year. No one could have predicted the kind of reputation a small number of these coins would eventually earn. Let's take a moment to picture the time, 1984, a year filled with cultural shifts, new technology, and big headlines. The U.S. Mint was producing coins at full speed to meet national demand. Among the coins struck in Philadelphia, the 1984 P quarters were standard issue, clad composition, the familiar George Washington portrait, the eagle reverse, the typical 24.3 mm diameter, and weighing in at 5.67 grams. The obverse featured the stoic profile of George Washington, a design that had remained relatively unchanged since 1932, surrounded by the inscriptions, Liberty, In God We Trust, and the year of issue, 1984. On the reverse, an eagle with its wings outstretched perches on a bundle of arrows, with olive branches below, a classic symbol of strength and peace. Above it, United States of America, and just beneath, E pluribus unum, the timeless motto, out of many, one. At first glance, nothing about this coin suggests it should be any more valuable than the next quarter you'd find in your laundry, but this is where the magic of coin collecting begins to unfold. Because hidden among the hundreds of millions of ordinary 1984 P quarters, a few were struck with errors that would completely change their value. These weren't gimmicky or novelty errors. These were genuine, mint-induced anomalies, errors like double dies, die clashes, off-center strikes, weak strikes, or even coins minted on the wrong planchets. Each one of these mistakes results in something unique, a variant that's one of a kind or part of a small handful that managed to escape detection and enter circulation. One of the most intriguing features collectors look for in the 1984 P quarter is a double die, where parts of the design appear slightly shadowed or doubled. This might be most noticeable in the date, the word Liberty, or even in Washington's profile. Another rare error involves coins that show a slight but distinct off-center strike, giving the coin an irregular border and slightly misplaced imagery. Others may show die cracks or strike-through marks that occurred when foreign material entered the die chamber. These flaws, while accidental, are exactly what make these coins so valuable today, and it's not just the presence of the error that matters, it's the condition of the coin. Many 1984 quarters were used, worn down in everyday transactions, scratched, faded, or damaged. But a few, just a few, survived in exceptional shape. Either kept as part of rolls, stored away by chance, or saved by someone with a collector's instinct, these quarters remained in uncirculated or near uncirculated condition. Combine that level of preservation with a rare error, and suddenly, what was once worth 25 cents becomes a coin that captures global attention. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll see just how powerful a simple quarter can become when time, chance, and a little bit of error come together. What's especially fascinating about this coin is how unsuspecting it is. Unlike commemorative coins that are minted in limited numbers and sold directly to collectors, the 1984 P quarter was never intended to be rare. There were no special sets or announcements. It quietly entered circulation like any other coin, and that's what makes its story so compelling. It's a reminder that not every treasure starts out looking like one. Imagine holding onto a coin for decades without knowing its potential. That's the case for some of the most valuable 1984 P quarters out there today. People kept them in jars, tucked them away in drawers, or passed them along in pocket change for years before someone finally took a closer look and realized what they had. When one of these coins is authenticated and graded by a professional service, it opens the door to serious collectors, who are always searching for rare finds that tell a bigger story. As awareness of this coin's rarity has grown, so has the demand. Today, the coin is considered one of the crown jewels of modern American quarters. It's discussed in collector communities, featured in numismatic publications, and watched closely at auctions. In fact, when the finest known examples hit the market, those with top-tier grades and clearly visible errors, they don't just sell. They make headlines. Collectors prize this coin not just for its value, but for the journey it represents. It's a perfect example of how a standard piece of modern coinage, created without any special intent, can accidentally become one of the rarest and most valuable coins in a generation. It blends history, human error, and sheer chance into one small but powerful artifact, and as we reach the climax of our story, here's what makes this coin truly legendary. One of these rare 1984 P quarters, struck with a major error and preserved in mint condition, shocked the auction world when it sold for an astonishing $127,000. Yes, a quarter, just 25 cents at face value, achieving a six-figure sale. That moment cemented its place in the elite club of modern coin rarities and proved once and for all that extraordinary value can come from the most ordinary places. So the next time you glance at a quarter, take a closer look. Examine the date, the strike, the edges, and the details. What might look like a simple coin could, in fact, be something extraordinary. The 1984 P quarter reminds us that numismatic history is still being written, sometimes in the change we carry every day. And who knows? You might just be holding the next great discovery. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and share it with fellow coin lovers, subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on rare coin stories and big value finds, and drop a comment below. Let us know which rare coin you want us to cover next.